I'm going to review the final chapter assignment for HRM 1200. This assignment is called Values and Work Characteristics. It's worth 5% of your final grade, and it's due on Friday, April 17th before 11:59 p.m. For this assignment, you're going to complete an online Values and Work Characteristics self-assessment. The link for this is in the Chapter 4 Assignments folder. Once you complete this free assessment, you're going to save your results. Let me just show you some screenshots of what this is going to look like. I've provided the link where you're going to jump into the Career Perfect website and you're going to complete the Career and Values Work Characteristics Inventory assessment. This is a free assessment and it will probably take you about 10 minutes to complete. Once you begin the assessment, you're going to see on the left-hand side there are 10 different categories that you'll be completing for this. Starting with category 1, which talks about the structure and pace. Category 2, responsibility. 3, income. 4, accomplishments. 5, challenges. 6, travel. 7, entertainment. 8, morality and ethics. 9, creativity. And 10, interpersonal. The idea behind this assessment is I want you to think about the way you like to work. This is very personal in the way you're going to respond to this. So think about the types of jobs you like doing, the types of environments you like working in. As you click through this, it's going to ask you a question. For instance, in this first category, it says, fast-paced. Do you enjoy working at a rapid pace or meeting tight deadlines? You'll then check off along here from something that this is either highly valued to you, so very important to you, frequently valued, which means you have this is moderately important for you to have in your work, sometimes valued, so it's nice but not particularly important, rarely valued, which means it doesn't matter for you to have in your work, or it's not valued at all, which means you want to avoid it. You dislike this type of activity. So you're going to walk through this and it will continue moving forward through each section. Again, this should take you about 10 minutes to complete this activity. Once you've completed the Values Work Characteristics inventory, the results will be the final screen. The results will come up and show you that you have two options here. You can view this in a printer-friendly HTML version or view, copy, and paste in a friendly text version. You're going to want to save your results somewhere, so you can either view it and take a screenshot, or you can view, copy, and paste in a text version and save that. We're going to be focusing on two different areas of your results. The first and the most important is we're going to take a look at the highly valued areas. Using work characteristics self-assessment, you're going to now dive in and put together just a brief 2-page report to submit. The first section, the summary section, which will be about half a page, is where you're going to take a look at that highly valued characteristics that you now have, and I want you to narrow down your list to your personal top 5 items, 1 being the most important through 5 being the least important of those top 5. You may only have 5 things on your list from the survey that you've just completed. In that case, stack rank them, 1 being most important through 5 being least important. Or if you're like me, you might have 30 things on your list that were highly valued. In that case, I want you to choose from that list which are the top 5. The second piece I'd like you to do is take a look at the future outlook. So outline briefly where you plan to work after you graduate. What is your overall career plan? For example, where do you plan to begin your career? Do you plan to start at an entry-level type position, mid-level, or higher? At which company or in what industry do you plan to start? And where do you see yourself going in a few years? So this is a very personal approach, but what I'd like you to do is just to sketch out for me, what is the industry, what type of job, where do you see yourself going? The third and the largest piece of this assignment is the analysis. From your list of the 5 highly valued characteristics from the summary, do you believe that these 5 items will be fulfilled through your career choice? Why or why not? What information supports your conclusions? A hint here is you may want to include a job posting to support your conclusions, some personal testimonials from people that you know who maybe work in this type of job or in this industry, or maybe even information from a company website or another source to help you support your ideas. For example, if one of my top 5 items that I highly value is to work in a very fast-paced environment, and I'm looking for a career in marketing, let's say, I might take a look at a job posting that supports this, that says that a career in marketing definitely lends itself to working in a fast-paced environment. So that would be one thing that I would say, that's one element that's important to me that I think I'd be able to obtain right away when I start my career. Once you've done that and gone through those 5 pieces and talked about whether you'll think you'll have those when you start your career, why or why not, with some supporting evidence, lastly, I want you to summarize the least valued item from your assessment. So remember I said that when you get your assessment, you're going to have your highly valued items, those mid-level items, and then there's another category at the very bottom that summarizes your least valued items. From that list of things, what is one thing you want to make sure you absolutely avoid? Again, on my list, there were many things, but if I had to choose just one, what is the one thing I want to absolutely avoid? And how will you ensure that you avoid this in the future when you're going out there trying to find your career? 2 pages, double spaced with 1-inch margins. I'm encouraging you to use bullet points here with subheadings to divide each category and each question for clarity. For citation for this assignment, you may include your sources. So for instance, your assessment, your job postings, a snippet from a website, or any other documents that you use in place of full in-text citations and a references page. That might just make it a little bit faster and a little bit easier for you when we're putting together your sources for this. Marks, and you'll see that there are just 4 categories for the rubric. These are divided just like the assignment, with the first category being the summary, so you demonstrate a completeness of the assessment and include a personal top 5 from this assessment. The second piece is the future outlook. So your future career choice or choices are outlined with excellent supporting detail around the industry, the starting position, and or future positions that you're looking to achieve. And third, the analysis. Clear analysis with reference to the 5 most valued characteristics are outlined with some credible supporting detail. That's where I mentioned, like I said, you can bring in a website, a job posting, or some anecdotal information from someone that you know who works in that type of job or industry. As well, you've included the least valued characteristics that you found from the survey, and you've also explored this with a strategy of how you will avoid this in the future. Last but not least, mechanics. No spelling, grammatical, or formatting errors with your document. And that's it. 2 pages. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me prior to the due date and time. And enjoy!